What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 29, and we start today's episode off with Calum Chambers coming in here. A right back was required. We've only got one in Russell Martin, so Chambers is coming in. What a signing that could be. 750 grand. That could prove to be a steal a few years down the line, and we're still stalling Diakite, but I don't think we're going to go ahead and accept that deal because it's kind of pointless now. But Mark Bunn, oh god, that guy just will not stop complaining, will he? He's not satisfied with being a backup goalkeeper. First of all, he wasn't satisfied with the fact he didn't have a good contract. We give him a good contract and he starts ranting that he's not getting played. It's pre-season, for Christ's sake, seriously. But anyway, after that we decided to go back into the global transfer network. As you guys have seen, not a big fan. Only two players we've got from the global transfer network, and those have both been centre-backs, Sean Morrison and now Chris Smalling. It's just such a time-consuming feature, and it's really slow, it's laggy, it's unresponsive. It's just not for me. It could be a good feature. I just don't think it's been implemented very well. So I don't know. Maybe you guys like Global Transfer Network. Maybe I'll try and show it a bit more. But I gotta be honest, guys. I'd rather just search for players I already know about. It's just so poor. I really don't like it. But hopefully you guys don't mind. I'm not using it very much. I know it's a new feature, and usually people like to see new features more than anything. But there you go. Anyway, a transfer offer comes in for Josh Murphy. It's Bradford on loan for a season. Jacob Murphy's already gone on loan to Plymouth for a season, so his twin is going to Bradford. So there you go. Hopefully they'll be first team players, and hopefully they'll be in the 60s by the time we get back, or the high 60s I should say. So there you go. They've both gone out on loan, which means the Nabry signing is not too pointless after all. Excuse me. And here is us looking once again on the Global Transfer Network, just looking for random players, really. I mean, there's not really anyone I really want now. I mean, we've kind of signed all the players I'm after. I wanted a new centre-back, a first choice, a really solid centre-back. We've got that in Smalling. I really wanted a good CM in Ross Barkley, because obviously I wanted Barkley in the last year. We've got Barkley now. That was one of our priorities. I really wanted a good young right-back. We've got that in Calum Chambers. I really wanted a good striker as well. Looks like we're going to have that in Anthony Marshall. Of course, we've only played one game with him, but he's got 1 goal and 1 assist. So I'm pleased. I mean, I don't think there's anything else we can really be looking for. So we've still got a few million to spend, but I'm not really sure who I should be going for now, because you look at the team and it's really strong, and it's beginning to get stronger in depth as well. That's one of the best things about it. Maybe another backup striker, because Billy Sharp is okay, but he's only 72 rated and he's not going to go higher than that. So, maybe another backup striker, maybe someone that's like 75 rated to challenge Hooper and Marshall for a first team spot. But in general, the side is fine. I can't really poke any holes in it. It seems perfectly fine. So, I'm happy with it. Hopefully you guys are happy with it. I'll probably just leave it as it is, but maybe, like I said, if I can find a good deal for like a really cheap, effective backup striker, if I can find a good deal for another cheap winger or fullback, then, maybe I'll go in for them. But in general, I think I'd rather save the few million we got left and maybe invest it into another side of the club. Who knows? That's leaving you on suspense there, because I think you already know what's going to happen. But anyway, we take on Auxerre for the following game here in pre-season. The first game of the episode, but the second of pre-season. Now, we dispatched, we completely just done in Marseille in the last episode. We beat them by 3-0. So taking on another French side in Auxerre, looking for a similar result, and in the 15th minute, Nathan Redmond scores an absolutely fantastic goal. I think it was a Ronaldo chop and a roulette, and then a wonderful finish in off the inside of the far post. What a great goal by Redmond. Auxerre 0, Norwich 1 to begin with. Fantastic start for us. And in the 41st minute, Smalling finds Olsen, who plays it through to Redmond. Redmond was tearing up that left flank. He was playing fantastically well. Nice scoop turn there, and a great ball through to Billy Sharp. Sharp rolls off to Leroy Fer, cuts inside the 2 defenders, gets himself into the box and rifles the ball into the far corner. Absolutely fantastic goal. I really enjoyed that goal. It wasn't a team goal in the traditional sense, but it was a really nicely moved goal. So great finish by Fer after some nice passing, and it's Auxerre 0, Norwich 2. And in the 65th minute, Calum Chambers making his debut here, collects the ball, skips past his man, plays the ball through to Leroy Fer. Fer finds Billy Sharp here. Sharp rolls it back to Fer. First time ball into Andros Townsend, and it's a great finish by Towns. Past the goalkeeper, 66 minutes played, Norwich 3, Auxerre 0, or Auxerre 0, Norwich 3 I should say. So it looks as though we're going to have a fantastic result, another 3-0 win here. But in the 86th minute, Jack Butland, terrible anticipation. Just completely gets beaten to the ball. Didn't really get the flight of the ball right, and Auxerre managed to get themselves a consolation goal. But in injury time in the 90th minute, a cross came in here to Sally, who was free on the penalty spot, and he volleyed the ball into the back of the net. So Auxerre came back and managed to make it a very respectable scoreline for them. So Auxerre 2, Norwich 3. I mean, I'm pleased. I'm very pleased we scored 3 goals, but to let in 2 goals in the last 4 minutes, that's really poor. So we're still going to have to work on our defence. We're still not secure. Our defence still isn't secure, but we'll have to do better than that. But there you go. But once again, our board tell us that we want to qualify for the Europa League. That's the exact same objective they set for us a few weeks ago, so I'm not sure why they sent that again, but who knows. But there you go. The board wants us to qualify for the Europa League, and Johnny Howson then says this might come as a bit of a shock to you considering all that's been said in the press, but I decided this is the place I want to play my football and I'll be staying. So that's cool. That's cool. Howson's a good player. He's a good squad player, so that's fine with me. But yeah, as I did kind of leave you in suspense, but I'm sure you all knew what was going to happen. I decided to invest a few £1,000,000 we had left in another area in the club, and that is the Youth Scouting Network. So here we are. We are going to start youth scouting again. Who knows, maybe another Marcano. I don't know. You guys have been crying out for this. The reason I haven't been doing it is because we haven't had enough money to buy a good scout, and if you don't get a good scout, you're not going to get anyone. So we've got a 4-star experience and 4-star judgment Danish scout. Hopefully it'll be good. We'll have to wait and see, but yeah, I've been waiting for money to buy someone that's got at least 3 and 3, or in my opinion 4 at 4 is essential at least. So we've got a decent scout, and hopefully we'll pick us up some decent players. And yeah, scouting is back, and how about a like for scouting? Leave a like if you're glad that scouting is back, because I'm really glad it's back. But anyway, a bid comes in for Daniel Ayala. It's Newcastle. We asked for 2 million. They come back with 1.9 million, and we go ahead and accept this. Ayala's a decent centre back. He's only 23. He's 6'3". He's relatively good at all the defensive areas. Nothing special, but has it pretty sus, pretty well. But we've got enough centre back cover now. Smalling's come in, and we've got Bennett. We've got the first choice centre backs are Smalling and Basong. Then we've got Turner on the bench, and we've got Bennett in reserves, and of course Morrison. We don't really need 6 centre backs. So Daniel Ayala's probably going on his way to Newcastle, and that's fine with me. But our scout arrives finally, and we send him out to England, of course, because getting English talent is great. And we're going to send him out to England for 9 months, see if we can pick us up any players, and hopefully he will. Maybe another Richard Gape, hey guys, that'd be great. But anyway, yeah, he sets up a scouting update and gives us an email, so that's fantastic news for us. And we then take on Hannover 96 for the 3rd and final pre-season game here at Carrow Road. Now, of course, after winning the first 2 pre-season friendly games and scoring 6 goals in both of them together, I was feeling relatively confident. I was feeling pretty confident we could dispatch this team with ease. But even so, I made a lot of changes. Put a few reserve players in, put a few squad players in, just to play them in the pre-season, get them fit for the regular season. They may not get all the chances in the world. Players like Sonogo, who was starting, may not get many chances for us, but play him in the pre-season game, show him that he could prove to be a valuable player for us, and who knows, maybe he will be. But yeah, taking on Hannover 96 here. Again, feeling relatively confident. Just a good chance to show the new players that they can become first team straight away, and show the old players they can still remain first team. So yeah, taking on Hannover, had a decent squad out for this game, and of course the first 2 pre-season friendly games were fantastic results for us. So I was feeling confident, and in the 14th minute, Robert Snodgrass wins the ball here, plays it through to Ross Barkley. Barkley finds Gary Hooper. Hooper rolls it through to our number 7, Snodgrass, down the right hand side, takes on one of our Belgian players, Pocagnoli, down the right hand side, gets onto his left foot, plays it through to Ross Barkley. His shot is well saved, but who is there? It's Yaya Sonogo. Fantastic news for us. He's just arrived on loan, and his first game he gets a goal. That is fantastic news. So Sonogo gets the only goal of the game. It was a really boring game, guys. Sonogo gets the only goal of the game, and hopefully has better things to come, because he didn't have an amazing season for us last year. Didn't do too badly, but he didn't have a great season either. So a goal in his debut in his second spell here, and that's good news for us. And after the game, Daniel Ayala goes to Newcastle for 1.9 million, so that's fine. A little bit more money for a player we are probably never going to use. And a transfer offer also comes in for Andrew Surman. He was on loan last year. I'm not sure where he was on loan, but Bolton want him for 825 grand, and it's only 50 grand less than his valuation, and he's never going to get in my team ever, so that's fine. I'd rather have the money, and that's fine. But here's a media article. You get one of these every season at the start of each season, and the media think we're going to finish 12th, which is a bit of an insult really, because we finished 7th last year, so that's a bit of an insult, man. We've strengthened our side and you think we're going to finish lower? That's insulting. But anyway, straight after that we went in for another player, Nathaniel Chaloba. Now, I'm sure you guys know who this guy is. He is an awesome young talent in real life. Looks like one of those great players for the future that you kind of hope he leaves Chelsea, because he may not get too much game time there. But he's at Nottingham Forest now. He's actually at Forest on loan at the moment in real life, so I'm not sure whether Forest bought him in the game or not. But well, they must have done, obviously, because he's there. But yeah, Forest wants 6 million for Chaloba, and I can't really afford that. We have of course made a couple of sales, but I can't really afford that. But I do really want him. Of course, Surman's on his way to Bolton, and our centre midfield area is relatively strong. Of course, we've added to it with Barkley and Howson staying, and of course Fur is an amazing CM, and then we've got Tetty on the bench. But I'd love to get Chaloba, because I know he's going to have high potential. I know he'll be on the mid-80s, so I'd love to get Chaloba, and that would be great news for us. But I don't think we're going to be able to afford him. Surman goes to Bolton. That's fine. Didn't need him. But Forest say 4.4 million for Chaloba, and we'll accept it. And I really do want him. We may not need him straight away, but he could prove to be an awesome player for us. So I would like to get hold of Chaloba, maybe sell Tetty to make up for it, but I don't know. I'd like to get hold of Chaloba, because he's probably one of those players that's going to go for like millions more in a few years time once we developed him. So it's all about buying and then selling them on, really, or keeping them if they turn out to be good enough. So that's why I love getting the young players. But we'll have to wait and see what Nottingham Forest say. But we do go and ask the Norwich board for more funds. I go and ask Delia in the kitchen if she could give us some more funds, and that is not sexist, guys, because she's a chef. But I do ask Delia if she'd give us some more money, but we'll have to wait and see what Delia Smith says. And we go ahead and ask, we go ahead and tell her that we can probably reach a quarter final if we get 7.5 million. But unfortunately, after we submit this, she says no, and we will not be getting any more money. But as always, guys, a big thank you for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you have, please leave likes. That's much appreciated. It really helps my channel out. And I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.